A little bit about our company though, before I dive into the system. We're about 4.5 years old. We're one of the newer players in the real estate technology space. We actually started off back in the day as a CRM only. We built it first though as a mobile app in the App Store to lead with mobile optimization. From there, we quickly scaled into the IDX space. The core package that we offer now is an IDX site that directly integrates into the back-end CRM we provide everyone. Now, the third piece of Chime is the optional lead generation campaigns that we offer. The two lead generation solutions that Chime offers to help generate online leads for clients are Facebook advertising solutions and Google PPC. We'll dive more into that over the course here of our time together, but I did want to point that out on the front end, that Chime does brand itself to be lead agnostic. So frankly, it doesn't matter where you're getting your leads from. We'll integrate with those third-party lead sources. We'll make sure they get imported directly into Chime, and we'll make sure to help you convert and nurture those leads more effectively here in this system. Let's dive in and I'll show you around. The first piece that I wanted to point out here is the dashboard of the CRM, which is up on the screen right now. Now, this is the first thing you would see each time you sign in. Not gonna spend a ton of time on a screen like this. We just wanna show you what's happening in a couple areas of the business and give you a couple springboards into the day so you can dive right in. The other tab that I have up is an example of a Chime IDX website that we've built and hosted. Now, these websites are included with every package we offer. They integrate directly with your MLS, and there's many, many features to unpack here in order to have a fully functioning digital business card, an IDX site for you that ties into your CRM. What we'll do during onboarding for every new client is collect any raw materials like videos, logos, headshots, any of that sort of content that you'd like to plug into your website. We'll help you get plugged in. So by the time it's live and customer facing, it'll be to your branding, it'll contain all your featured listings and that IDX integration. You'll have a home valuation tool to capture seller leads. We'll have a bio for yourself and for every agent that you have on your team. We can display sold data from your MLS, client testimonials and reviews, neighborhood pages, which I find to be incredibly important here in the system, and we'll definitely dive in over the course of our time together, and a multitude of ways to contact you as folks visit your website and eventually get signed in and converted into leads. So just one quick little sneak peek at what a Chime website's all about. We'll toggle back and forth between these websites and these CRMs over the course of the call to show you how they work together. Opportunities, in short, are who your hottest leads are. Who should I be working on right now, right? Chime helps identify opportunities through AI. This is the first of many examples of artificial intelligence here in our system. AI is seeking to identify who your hot leads are by scoring them. So we have a prominently displayed score to everybody in your database. These scores are constantly fluctuating based on two behaviors. Number one, everything that your leads do when they visit your website. So if you have a lead come over and hit your site and start looking at homes, maybe they come in and start setting up searches online. That behavior is automatically tracked, it's automatically recorded, and that will drive up in the system that lead's score. It's a visual cue for you to capitalize on recent website behaviors. As well, the second behavior is the communication that takes place between you and your leads. We track inbound and outbound phone calls, inbound and outbound text messages, as well as emails that are traded through the system. If one of those styles of communication is tracked, that lead score goes up, that lead gets identified as an opportunity, and you've got a lead in the palm of your hand that's potentially ready to talk to you right now. So it's a visual cue for you to see who are my hot leads, who should I be working on each time I sign in. More to come on that lead scoring system, but that's just scratching the surface here of what we do to help identify who you should be working on each time you sign in. A quick example of how an agent might use this People tab to segment the database is to first jump into a group like our referrals. I want to work my referrals today. Maybe it's time for me to work the referrals that I'm attempting to contact. It looks like I have 48 of these referrals that have been sent over to me, but I haven't gotten a hold of them yet, right? There's a huge area of opportunity. So now I can work these 48 referrals either individually. Maybe I want to work my hottest leads first on down to the coldest. So I'd sort this group by their lead score, or I just want to work all of them simultaneously. We make it really easy. All you need to do is check the box on all 48 of these leads. And from there, you have the option to set up your mass email to all of them at once. Mass emailing, by the way, is always sent out as an individual conversation. We're not sending some mass marketing spam email to your database. And we also offer texting, both individual texting and mass texting. These are features that are available in every package that Chime offers. And by the way, guys, real quick, adding leads to this system is a breeze. If you bump into somebody at the grocery store, fire up that Chime mobile app on your cell phone, hit add a lead and type in their personal info. And if they happen to walk into your office, maybe they were referred over to you and you want to add them manually, click that add a lead button. By the way, you can also set up their spouses in the system here too. Family members, spouses, kids. If you want that information in the system, easily add those folks as well and set them up on your property alerts, your drip campaigns, all that fun stuff as well for marketing automation. Jumping into a contact record, I'll pull up myself here. So this is a lead that I've created, guys, as I visited this demo website and set up searches and went to view homes. You'll see I'm not signed in as a lead right now on this website, but as I come in and potentially set up a search here using all the criteria across the top, or I simply click on one of these listings, that's traditionally where a registration form is going to pop up, right? So as soon as somebody's visiting a home and looking at the details of that home, we want to give you the opportunity to try and capture that lead. So a forced registration form can pop up immediately, or based on the number of homes that you want your website visitors to look at. Maybe you want to show them 5 homes before you prompt them to sign in, or give them 5 minutes of browsing time before you request their personal information. Those are some strategies that are commonly being used these days. So you should be able to personalize when this registration form pops up on your site. But once they've signed in there, that's what makes them a new lead in the database, right? Jumping back into that MLS integration, guys, and that's this little house icon up at the top. We call it our listing discovery tool. There's a couple more pieces that I just briefly wanted to point out. We talked about how Chime integrates with your MLS to set up buyer matching and reverse prospecting. You can also come in and set up things like text codes for your listings. So for a sign writer, for an open house, for flyers that you print out, you can set up a text code for folks to text to receive more information about your homes and to drive that traffic to your website, eventually to get captured and converted into a lead. So we've got text codes that you can set up for all your listings. You can also immediately share your listings directly to social media, build a Facebook post, share that home on Twitter, post it to LinkedIn, and do so with just a couple clicks. So we also integrate very well with your social media platforms. So we've talked about the Chime as a system, right, and helping you manage your existing database. What can we do to help you generate more leads? Well, we have a marketing team on site here, so you don't have to lift a finger to run your own ads or handle the targeting or retargeting or know who you should be targeting. We do all of that for you. So Chime has optional add-on lead generation campaigns to target buyers for you specifically and to target sellers, because let's face it, those folks need to be catered to a little bit differently. When we're targeting buyers for our clients, we offer 2 lead generation solutions. Number 1 is on Facebook. When Chime does Facebook advertising for clients, we use what's called a Facebook Dare campaign to target buyers. Dare is an acronym for dynamic ads and retargeting. A dynamic ad should pull your listings. They should pull your team listings. We can pull listings from your MLS if we need to and display these homes as a carousel ad in your market, in your target markets on Facebook. The goal is to share your listings and your team listings with new folks in your market that may not know your brand, your business, and the homes that you have available. When folks click on these homes to get more information, they're immediately driven into your IDX website, into that listing page of that home, where again, they're going to be prompted to sign in. If they sign in through this process, fantastic, we've captured that lead. If they don't sign in, that's okay, because we retarget all of your website visitors with the exact same homes that they've previously seen on your site. So as these folks leave your website and go back to Facebook later that day, week, or month, they're going to see the exact same home and other homes that are similar in criteria to the homes that they previously looked at on your site. Those homes are going to be following around your website visitors. On Google, Chime offers traditional PPC. So anytime folks in your market leverage Google to search for homes, we can place your website as a paid ad up at the top of those results. We all know the websites that show up at the top of Google gets the most traffic. So that's why we want to place your website above the Zillows, the Trulias, the Redfins of the world to drive traffic into your website for that home search process versus any of those other websites where if they get captured as a lead there, you probably won't get that lead in your sales funnel. In Chime, the leads that we capture and the leads that we generate are exclusive. They belong to you. They're not being shared with anybody. They've clicked on your ad, they've gone to your website, and they've signed in with the intent to work with you. On top of that, Chime also offers the ability for you to set up as many landing pages as you'd like. A landing page can be as simple as a one-page, simple website to help capture leads. A landing page could also be a website you set up for that brand new listing that you just picked up and you're so excited about and you can't wait to have an open house with on Saturday. So unlimited landing pages are included with Chime. You can set them up using the templates that we offer. We even have opportunities to build out landing pages from scratch if you wanted to dive into the coding and the scripting side of things. Another major piece of Chime is the ability for you to own and control the look and feel of your customer-facing website. So embedded into our CRM is a website editing tool. If you're not happy with the video that's playing on your website, maybe you don't like that logo, or it's time to refresh your color schemes, you should be able to log in and tweak that stuff in a matter of a couple quick seconds here in Chime. So I can go into the back end of the website I use for these presentations, and I have the full ability to dive in and do everything from customizing when my leads are requested to sign in on my website. Maybe I want to show them 5 homes before they sign in, or give them 10 minutes of browsing time so they can get some value from my site. Or if I want to do a really deep dive, I can use our editor to come in and completely reshape the look and feel of my site. And I can do that 24/7, 365. So guys, you don't need to hire a website developer. You don't need to be an expert in coding and scripting and development to build and host these sites. We build these websites in-house. We build them with you and we build them for you. So really easy to get them up and running. All we need are the raw materials that you want plugged into your site, and we'll help handle the rest to make sure it gets stood up and customer facing. One piece that I would be very remiss in terms of reporting in Chime is the opportunity to stack rank your lead sources. We all get leads from a bunch of different areas, right? You may get leads from Facebook, from Google, from Zillow, from Bold Leads. There's a multitude of lead options out there for you. We happily integrate with every lead source that exists in this real estate space. The intent of this report is for you to see where you should dump your marketing budget. What is the best use of your funds? What's giving you the best ROI of those multitude of lead sources that you lean on? So we'll stack rank your lead sources for you by their conversion and by their close rate. So you should know 24/7, 365 if Google spending is a better way to go than Facebook, or maybe it's time to fire Realtor.com and pour more money into Zillow, or vice versa. All of that data should be available here in our reporting for you to make educated decisions about your marketing spend day to day, week to week, and month to month. Very last piece here, and the newest piece in Chime, again, is in the spirit of AI. And this is something that we'll continue to see more and more in these sorts of systems moving forward. This system can help qualify your leads and capture leads for you. So when somebody visits your website, it can open up a live two-way chat with them through the site. So this little chat function can open up a conversation with website visitors to A, keep them on your site, and B, capture their lead information. As soon as someone provides their first name, their last name, their email, and their phone number, that's when this messaging through your website stops and the text messaging with that lead starts. So the AI assistant will engage in live website chat, and then it'll start qualifying your leads for you via text message. So as soon as that new lead's captured, they're gonna start to receive messages from you in order to identify that lead as a hot lead. Maybe they're in the nurture category and they're not interested in buying or selling a home for a year or two. And if that lead gave you a bad phone number or bad data, the AI assistant's gonna scrub out those folks so you don't have to waste any time working on bad leads. So that AI assistant, guys, that's available and it's included when we do lead generation for our clients. You can also pick it up a la carte if you want it to be a part of your system and you have your own lead sources that you lean on.